Why would God make people gay in the first place?
Well, of course I would say it comes from God. If I didn't believe that, then I wouldn't be Christian.
Why would God make people gay?
Well,
if he didn't want them to engage in gay sex?
All people have proclivities or towards different sins, different things that we would call sins.
Yeah, but if that's like their fundamental attractiveness, they're attracted fundamentally to other men, like, or other women. Like, why? It seems like something that God gave them. Like, why would God give you an attractiveness, or why would you be attracted to the same sex if that was morally reprehensible, if that was against God's will? Why would he instill that lust and that desire and that feeling of being attracted and feeling of being in love with someone of the same sex?
I don't think instilled is not the word that I would use. I
What
don't
would
think
you
God
use?
instills it. I think that one of the again you want to get into Christian doctrine. I mean one of the basic elements of Christian doctrine is that we're a fallen species, and so there are many things that come out of our kind of fallen human nature, and we all have, like I said, we all have proclivities towards sin, and no one's going to live a perfect life, To live to live a moral Christian life is really difficult. It requires a lot of sacrifice, no matter who you are. And that's it. I mean, it's.
Have you wrestled with these thoughts before? Have you had these kind of conversations and really
Sure, absolutely.
tried to figure out why would God create gay people? Do you think that God has created gay people, or do you think they have a choice?
God has created all people, so every person that's gay was created by God, of course. Where exactly does that proclivity come from? Like I said, I don't know exactly. I mean, to say that someone's born gay, I have issues with that go beyond theology, because now you're talking about, if you're born with any sexual proclivity, then that means that we're talking about like gay infants and so on. And
right, but don't you think people are born straight? That some people are born straight? Were you born straight?
It's an odd way of talking about it. Like to say that a baby is heterosexual. I think babies don't have a sexuality in that sense. That's something
but eventually they will develop a sexuality, and a small percentage of them will be homosexual, and that's always been been documented. It's natural.
Yeah,
it's even natural in some animals.
Yeah, well, I mean, we started by talking about laws and what laws are put in place. Now we're talking about Christian teaching.
But don't you think that
Christianity has I don't deny that Christianity has a challenging sexual moral code, but we're also, I'm not suggesting that the Christian sexual morality should be codified into law.
But isn't that what's happening if that's how we define marriage? Because marriage is law. And if marriage shouldn't involve gay people, then you are saying that it's because of Christian fundamentalist ideology.
No, because I think you can talk about the marriage issue without even getting into biblical morality, which is what I was doing. I mean, you brought up the Bible,
right?
I didn't.
Well, I brought about we talked about Christianity, in particular,
right? But that's my point. It's like you introduced that to the conversation,
yes,
because
I wanted to find the reason why you opposed gay people being married.